Café Boulud's name has been synonymous with culinary excellence for over a century. Originating in Lyon, France, founded by the great-grandparents of Daniel Boulud, it has grown into a celebrated brand with 5 locations. This storied history sets the stage for a dining experience rooted in tradition, yet continually evolving. During the pandemic, temporarily shuttered its New York City flagship, but resilience and passion brought them back, just 13 blocks south in 2023. Remarkably, within a year, they earned their first Michelin star, thanks to an innovative and thoughtfully curated menu. It's a culinary journey through its 4 distinct categories. La Tradition, which honors classic French bistro fare. La Saison, highlighting the freshest seasonal ingredients. The Portagier, offering vegetarian-friendly options. And Le Voyage, transporting diners to distant lands, this time Turkey, under the guidance of executive chef Romain Palmer, a Lyon native with a distinguished background. The kitchen masterfully balances tradition and creativity, earning a well-deserved recognition. Tonight, Irene and I wanted to celebrate, and we chose Café Boulud. However, they did not have a tasting menu. We were free to indulge in a personalized 8-course journey that we created, featuring 3 appetizers, 3 mains, 2 desserts, and maybe some extras. By the way, I almost failed high school French, so please feel free to comment some timestamps when I pronounce some French words very poorly. As we entered the dining room, designed by the renowned Jeffrey Beers, whose portfolio includes Jean-Georges and Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen, the ambiance was immediately inviting. From the white linen tablecloths, topped with flickering candles, to the warm, modern decor, every detail conveyed an atmosphere of refined elegance. We began the evening with an amuse-bouche, a Parmesan crisp cup filled with spinach and artichoke, a savory, umami-rich start that set the tone for the meal ahead. The accompanying bread service was a nod to traditional French baking, a mini baguette with a crust just firm enough, paired with a luscious, creamy quenelle of butter seasoned with salt and pepper. It was simple, yet executed with finesse, an expectation for a Michelin-starred establishment. The slice next to the baguette was very hearty, and maybe too much for the moment. To complement our meal, we selected a non-alcoholic, artful pairing of drinks that showcased the complexity and craftsmanship of the bartender. The Storm Window, made with lapsang souchong tea, coconut milk, almond bitters, and lemon, was smoky, mellow, and layered. Contrastingly, the Shade Jane, brewed with chamomile, vanilla, lemon, and soda, offered a light, fruity refreshment that had us craving more. As we settled into our seats, our first course was from Le Portagier, featuring velouté de champignon, an earthy mushroom soup adorned with pain d'épices and topped with a delicate, soft boiled egg and black trumpet mushrooms. The richness of the velouté and the crispy spice cracker create a harmonious balance of textures and flavors. The spoon can only capture so much of that rich goodness. Thank God for bread. Swipe up what is left of the soup in the bowl. If I was home, I would lick the bowl. Comment below if you would do it at this restaurant. Yeah, cameraman. Next, from the La Saison, we enjoyed seared scallops, perfectly cooked, tender, and topped with a vibrant sorrel and black tea coulis that replaced the usual lemon squeeze. Accompanying the scallops were hearts of palm, turnips, and autumn plum, added depth and complexity. Then travel took us to Turkey with the Le Voyage, where Bulgar encased a crispy beef kremeski, baked not fried, served alongside silky yogurt dressing and ribbons of black radish, offering a Mediterranean-inspired bite that was both hearty and refined. The ribbon of black radish had a slight kick, almost like horseradish, but it was tamed by some yogurt sauce. This bite reminded me of a meaty croquette. We would have been very satisfied with what we've eaten so far, but we get to explore more dishes as we move towards the mains. We began from a classic, from the La Tradition, wirh popote sauce muret. Please don't crucify me with the pronunciations. Black sea bass with thin potato slices, accompanied by leek fondue and red wine sauce. It looks really flaky and cooked just right. Irene then divided the portions, half and half. Though, most of the time she does give me more than 50%. So what's your expectation on the sauce? I'm looking forward to finding out. This sauce is awesome. Wow. Nice and reduced. I want to shout from the rooftops, it's so good, but I use my inner voice. I can't get enough of this. Anytime you have fish, you want to make sure you check for bones. While I wish the potato crust had been crispier, the seasoning and freshness made for a satisfying dish. Other than that, it's spot on. Here is another lickable bowl situation. What would you do now that we polish off the surf? And now on to the turf with the knives. Then I returned to Turkey with the shish kebab, marinated lamb skewers, served with shallots, rice, sunchokes, and smoky date chutney. By the way, count how many times Irene's hands crossed the camera. The lamb was tender, and the sweet savory pairing elevated each bite. You might have noticed that I've sampled the sauces from both plates. Tell me, which do you think was my favorite? Here's something I thought that was unique. It was the shallot stuffed with rice. It was really sweet and grilled just right, and the rice just made it filling. From La Saison, we savored canard à la Rouennaise. This roasted Pennsylvania duck breast with braised endives, kumquat, and a rich sauce made from red wine, cognac, duck juices pressed from the bird. The sauce was decadent, deeply savory, and perfectly balanced. Again, the sauce that's paired with the duck is amazing. This little morsel was made with shredded duck, wrapped by a simple dough that was good. However, I'd rather have another slice of duck breast. The journey continued with a thoughtfully selected bread that resembled phyllo, airy and delicate, a perfect vessel for the rich flavors of the meal, which came from Turkey. Now we can't forget the sides, and let's talk about the vegetables. Specifically the asparagus with toasted almonds and hollandaise is a classic French mother sauce. And comment below if you know the 4 other French mother sauces. I'm still marveling at how they managed to achieve such tenderness without a hint of stringiness. The spears had a roasted carrot-like consistency, succulent, juicy, and perfectly cooked. Paired with creamy hollandaise, it was a refreshing reminder of how well executed seasonal vegetables can elevate a meal. I'm genuinely glad we ordered this one. It showcased the restaurant's dedication to quality with the produce. Throughout the experience, Chef Romain Premier's mastery was evident. Each dish is a testament to his Lyon roots, blending tradition and innovation. This meal is a celebration of French cuisine's depth and versatility, elevated by a thoughtful execution and a passion for excellence. To be honest, I'm really impressed that we polished off 6 dishes, along with some thoughtful chosen sides, and we still had room for dessert. That speaks to an overall harmony and satisfying nature of this meal. Now for the highly anticipated desserts. From Le Portager, we selected the Corbel Helene, an iconic French dessert, reimagined with a modern twist. I was eager to try the green peppercorn ice cream, as I'm intrigued if it was a bold flavor. Accompanying it were cinnamon poached pears, almond biscuit, all encased within a glossy chocolate shell. As the waiter drizzled the chocolate sauce over the top, we instinctively wanted to break into it, curious to discover the hidden layers inside. The flavor combination was intricate, and the spicy peppercorn ice cream created a complex harmony that balanced richness with a touch of unexpected heat. This dessert invoked the elegance of 1864, the year of Auguste Escoffier created this dish.
Oui, oui, that is moi.
Which pays homage to the operetta La Belle Helene by Jacques Offenbach. Now, from Le Saison, we explored the flavors of the season with the exotic. The tamarind poached pineapple, coconut macrotte, lime sorbet, and caramelized passion fruit biscuit promised a bright, lively finish. Each element was vibrant and refreshing, perfectly captured the essence of the seasonal bounty. Funny thing is, a basket of Madeleines arrived unannounced, and for a moment we thought we hadn't ordered them. I signaled to the waiter, only for a second basket to arrive shortly after. They explained it was a gracious mistake. They were buttery, light, and airy, with a tender sponge-like texture that bordered on cookie-like. So we just looked at each other, and we were excited to bring home some for later. But since we had 2 baskets, I offered one to our neighbors, and they graciously said no. And the Madeleines were perfect for the chocolate sauce. a small but memorable ode to French pastry craftsmanship and a testament to the restaurant's attention to detail. The meal concluded with petit fours, a charming bite-sized finale of delicate vanilla creme mousse paired with tangy kiwi, nestled in a buttery brown sugar sable, made for a delightful ending, balancing sweetness and acidity with finesse, blending tradition with innovation. As we reflected on the overall experience, the bill totaled to $390.86. With a gratuity of $80, the final tally was $470.86. This meal was truly memorable. The scallops, fish, duck, and the Turkish-inspired dishes demonstrated precision and creativity, and the desserts were spot on with your sweetness. Completed the journey. We left satiated, but not overstuffed, eager to return and explore Café Boulud's ever-evolving menu has to offer. I look forward to where Le Voyage takes us next. Café Boulud earns a 3 Noah Eats.
I can't wait for the weekend. Gonna dive off the deep end.